Dear students, I am discussing about Module 3 from the paper Electronic Devices and Circuits, which is the paper for second semester BSc Electronics, and the paper name is 2B02 ELE. So I'm basically discussing about field effect transistors. Okay, so let us start the class. Please listen. Field effect transistors. Field effect. The name itself says this is a particular kind of transistors whose control can be, we can control the transistors by using the electric field, by varying the electric field. So we can define field effect transistor is a semiconductor device which depends for its operation on the control of current by an electric field. FET has several advantages over BJT. Current flow is due to majority carriers only, immune to radiation, high input resistance, less noisy than BJT. BJT means bipolar junction transistors. No offset voltages at zero drain current, high thermal stability. These are the main advantages of FET when compared with that of BJT. And this is the symbol of FET. JFET means junction field effect transistors. There are basically two types of junction field effect transistors. One is called N-channel FET and another one is called P-channel FET. You can observe that for the N-channel FET, the arrow is inwards, and for P-channel FET, the arrow is outwards. So these are the symbols for N-channel FET and P-channel FET. Now there is a classification of field effect transistors, and basically the field effect transistors are classified into two: junction field effect transistors or JFET and MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor FET, field effect transistors. So this is the major classification, and junction field effect transistors can be classified into two: N-channel FET and P-channel FET. MOSFET can be classified into two: depletion type and enhancement type. This depletion type can be classified into two types: P channel and N channel, and enhancement type also can be classified into two types: P channel and N channel. So this is a broad classification of FET, and you can remember the classification very easily. There are basically two types of classification: JFET and MOSFET. So this is about the classification of field effect transistors. Now, based on the construction, JFETs are of two types. I told you N-channel FET and P-channel FET. And this is the constructional details of FET. There are two types of FET. This one is called P-channel FET and this one is called N-channel FET. First one is called P-channel FET and second one is called N-channel FET. And in P-channel FET you can see three leads. First one is called drain, second one is called source, and third one is called gate. And you can see that there are two types of materials are used here: P type material and N type material. And the gate materials are internally connected. That means the gate material, this N type and this N type, are internally connected. Okay, and the channel is called P type channel. So this is called a P channel FET, and here also you can see the channel is N type channel and the gate material is P type material. They are internally connected. So the important points are there are three leads: drain, gate and source. Okay, so depending upon the channel you can name them. If the channel is N type, then that is an N channel FET. If the channel is P type, then that is a P channel FET. So this is the constructional details of field effect transistor. Then here also I am saying something more about the constructional details. Here, source. The source is the terminal through which majority carriers enter the silicon bar. Drain. And this is the terminal through which majority carriers leave the bar. Gate controls drain current and is always reverse biased. And one very important point I missed is basically the flow of current in FET is due to majority charge carriers only. So basically this is a unipolar device. So in the case of BJT, there are two types of charge carriers are involved, holes and electrons. Here only one type of charge carriers are involved in the conduction of electricity. So basically FET is called a unipolar device. That is very, very important. Unipolar device. Okay. And sometimes the question will be like this: why FET is called a unipolar device? The answer is unipolar device means in the conduction of electricity in FET there is only one type of charge carriers are involved, and that is why it is called a unipolar device. Okay. And construction of FET continues. Analogy: the operation of FET can be compared to that of a water flow through a flexible pipe. When one end is pressed, the cross-sectional area decreases, hence water flow decreases. In an FET, drain is similar to outlet, gate is similar to control in the figure 2. This is the figure, water pipe analogy of the FET. Here you can see this is a water pipe through which water is flowing, and this is called the inlet and this is called the outlet. Inlet can be compared to that of source terminal of the FET, and outlet can be compared to that of the drain terminal of the FET, and the control is compared with that of the gate. So when you press the control area, naturally the flow of water changes. So when the pipe is pressed at one end, water flow decreases. So this is a very beautiful analogy of FET with that of water pipe. So by observing the flow of water through a water pipe, you can understand how an FET works. Operation. To control the drain current, FET makes use of channel formed in by space charge region between gate and the bar. By increasing the reverse bias, the width of the space charge region decreases. As a result, the channel resistance increases, the drain current decreases. And for an N-channel FET, source is connected to negative, drain is connected to positive, gate connected to negative. And for P-channel FET, source is connected to positive, drain is connected to negative, gate is connected to positive. And you have to be careful that the gate source voltage is always reverse biased. Okay, the gate source voltage will be always reverse biased. That means the gate source region is always reverse biased to control the current flow. And when voltage is applied between the source and drain, majority carriers move through the channel between depletion region. The value of drain current is maximum when no external voltage is applied between the gate and source. When gate to source reverse bias increases, the depletion region widens and channel width decreases. Hence, drain current decreases. When gate to source voltage is increased further, the channel completely closes. This is called pinch off region. This reduces drain current to zero. The gate to source voltage at which drain current is zero is called pinch off voltage. P-type and N-type FET. N-channel FET current carriers are electrons. In P-channel FET current carriers are holes. Mobility of electrons is almost twice that of holes in P-channel FET. Mobility of holes is very poor in P-channel FET. Low input noise, here more noise. Large transconductance, and for P-channel FET, low transconductance. So this is the comparison between N-channel FET and P-channel FET. Now you can see N material and two P-type material. These two P-type materials are internally connected to the N-type material like this. Okay, and these two type materials together forms the gate region of FET. So this is the way in which the FET looks like without any voltage. Now we are connecting the voltage. Please listen. So in N region the majority charge carriers are electrons, and in P region the majority charge carriers are holes. You know that. The connection is like this. Drain is connected with positive and source is connected with negative, and initially there is no gate source voltage. Gate is connected with negative and source is connected with positive, so that the VGS, gate to source voltage, is reverse biased. When the switch is open, the current flow occurs without any interruption when the switch is open. So this is the condition when the switch is open. Okay, current flows, there is no problem, everything is fine. Now we can see what will happen if the switch is closed. Now you can see that the switch is closed. When the switch is closed, you can see that the width of the depletion layer increases, so that current flow slow down. Current flow slow down. You can see that it is very clear. So the gate source voltage, the switch of the gate source voltage is closed, and the width of the depletion layer increases, so that we can have a control over the current. So this is the basic principle. That means applying the reverse bias voltage, we can control the current flow through the channel. So this is why it is called a what? FET, field effect transistor. Field is used to control current. Field is used to control the current. That is why it is called a field effect transistor. So this is the working of FET working. So I hope that you understood it clearly. And next, very important thing, drain characteristics. Drain characteristics show the relation between the drain to source voltage and VDS, drain to source voltage VDS, and drain current ID. Here you can see ID is taken in the y-axis and VDS is taken in the x-axis. There are three types of region: ohmic region, so that V proportional to I; pinch off region, there is no substantial difference in the current, and after that current flow drastically, that is called avalanche breakdown or breakdown region. At the drain to source voltage corresponding to point B, channel width reduces to a minimum value and is known as pinch off. The point B is called the pinch off voltage, and from point B, pinch off region starts. So you have to be careful that VGS must be 0 for defining pinch off voltage. In this figure, drain characteristics show the, here also the drain characteristics is shown, and there is a very famous relation between the drain current ID and VGS, and also with respect to that of VP. ID equal to IDSS into 1 minus VGS divided by VP whole square. IDSS is called drain to source saturation current. Drain to source saturation current. Drain to source saturation current means maximum value of the drain current. Now here also you can see that the point B is called the pinch off voltage, and there are three regions: ohmic region, pinch off region, and avalanche region or breakdown region. Now disadvantages of FET or BJT. FETs have a drawback of smaller gain bandwidth product compared to that of BJT. Gain bandwidth product. This does not mean, listen carefully, this does not mean that FETs have a very small bandwidth. The bandwidth of FET amplifier is very high when compared with that of BJT, but the gain of FET is very, very small. FET amplifier is very small, so that this gain bandwidth product is very small for FET when compared with that of BJT. Okay, so please listen or please note that the bandwidth of FET is very high when compared with that of BJT, but the gain bandwidth product is very small for FET when compared with that of BJT. That is very, very important. Now what are the features and applications of FET? Features: the high input impedance, low output impedance, and low noise level FET. Low noise level make FET for superior of the bipolar transistors. And applications: as a buffer amplifier which isolates. That means FET is used as a buffer amplifier which isolates the preceding stage from the following stage, and it is also used in phase shift oscillators and also used in voltmeters because of its features. Now we are discussing about JFET parameters. Electrical behavior is described in terms of the parameters of the device. They are obtained from the characteristics. Important parameters of FET are DC drain resistance, AC drain resistance and transconductance. These are the very important parameters for FET. Many other parameters are also there, but very important parameters are DC drain resistance, AC drain resistance and transconductance. First, we are discussing about DC drain resistance. It is defined as the ratio of drain to source voltage to drain current. Also, it is called static or ohmic resistance. Mathematically, RDS is equal to VDS divided by IT. This is called DC drain resistance. Next, we are discussing about AC drain resistance, and it is defined as the resistance between drain to source when JFET is operating in pinch-off region or saturation region. Mathematically, RD, small rd is equal to delta VDS divided by delta ID when VGS is constant. That is very important. When VGS is constant, we are defining AC drain resistance. The third one is called transconductance. It is denoted as GM. It is given by the ratio of small change in drain current to the corresponding change in the gate to source voltage VGS. And it is also known as forward transmittance. Mathematically, it is defined as GM is equal to delta ID divided by delta VDS. So this is called transconductance. And this is a very beautiful comparison between FET and BJT. FET is a unipolar device, voltage control device, high input impedance, better thermal stability, high switching speeds, less noisy, easy to fabricate. At the same time, BJT is a bipolar device, current control device, low input impedance, low thermal stability, lower switching speeds, more noisy, difficult to fabricate on IC. So this is a beautiful comparison between FET and BJT. You can note this for your examination. And this is all for now. And thank you very much. You can ask your doubts and questions to either by using my phone number, or you can mail me, and my mail ID is given, my phone number is given. Thank you very much. See you soon.